Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we may be covering one of the most important news stories of the entire year because as you can see, Bakkt has gone live. The first Bakkt Bitcoin futures trade was executed at 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time at a price of $10,115 last night. Not only has Bakkt gone live, it's gone live with quite a decent amount of volume. Bitcoin trading on Bakkt breaks $250,000 starting out. Less than 12 hours after Bakkt launched, there's already nearly $300,000 worth of Bitcoin being traded on exchange, and that is surely to rise. But guys, all of this is all well and good, but if we look at the chart here, Bitcoin isn't actually doing a whole lot, and in fact, over the last 12 hours or so, Bitcoin's actually been trending to the downside. So today's video, we're not only going to be covering the launch of Bakkt, we're also going to be talking about why Bitcoin hasn't had any kind of price reaction to what is most likely the biggest news story of 2019. We're going to be diving into just that in today's video, so if you guys do enjoy, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, because guys, I'm back and big things are about to start happening. Without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. As we can see here, guys, in their string of tweets, Bakkt did launch last night. Bakkt Bitcoin futures are now actively trading on ICE Futures United States, while the Bakkt warehouse continues to onboard Bitcoin. We take our customers' trust very seriously and are excited to serve this market. That tweet being followed by several others, some of which lead to their website, Bakkt.com. Now, I'm not going to look around in this too much, but I highly encourage you guys to, if you want to understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and you want to understand some of the forces that are moving them, you need to be looking at this website. There's a lot of very important information here. But nevertheless, I think you guys understand why Bakkt launching is such an important deal. Guys, for the first time in human history, Bitcoin is being traded on Wall Street, on a regulated exchange that works only with the approval of government agencies. It is well regulated and is most likely going to be the foundation that many other Bitcoin and more cryptocurrency assets will be built on top of, such as a potential future Bitcoin ETF built on top of Bakkt's regulated price action. But guys, all of that leads us to the question, why is Bitcoin not exploding through the ceiling or falling through the floor when one of the most important news stories in all of cryptocurrency, really honestly in the history of Bitcoin, is happening today? Why is Bitcoin not moving? Well guys, if you've been watching this channel, or quite frankly many of the channels on YouTube that cover cryptocurrency, you've probably heard the sentiment that Bitcoin's probably not going to have a major reaction to Bakkt, at least not right away. And the reason that I personally have been saying that is because we've been talking about Bakkt for over a year. Bakkt was announced back over here in August. I remember this because Bakkt was announced. That was one of the biggest news stories of 2018, and instead of Bitcoin rallying, Bitcoin actually fell. Guys, oftentimes what you have to understand is that when news moves markets, it has to be unexpected news, because if it's not unexpected, it's already going to be priced in. And we've known that Bakkt was coming for the last 13 months. We knew it was going to happen, and honestly, a lot of this run-up here in the beginning of 2017 was probably in anticipation of Bakkt. You know that Bakkt and many other institutions were buying up Bitcoin on this run right here, knowing that when Bakkt launched, it was going to provide an underlying bullish feeling for the market that would continue to drive Bitcoin higher on into the future. But that doesn't mean that it's going to do it all in one day, in one major breakout. Guys, if you look on the Litecoin over US dollar chart, for example, we can see this. The Litecoin halving was right around here. Everybody was very excited for the Litecoin halving. Everyone thought that, okay, well, the Litecoin halving is going to happen and then Litecoin's going to moon. Guys, that's not normally how this works. A lot of times when an event that is far anticipated, far out into the future is going to happen, oftentimes we see that that is priced into the market far before the event actually happens. That's exactly what happened with Litecoin. If you look back on the history of Bitcoin halvings, you see the exact same thing, so it's unsurprising that Bitcoin isn't moving very much. One thing to note also is that Bitcoin's volume is very low. If we go over here to bitcointradevolume.com, you can see the actual volume of Bitcoin, or at least somewhere close to it, because CoinMarketCap, this includes all of the exchanges, and many of those exchanges have wash trading and other types of invalid trade volume going on them. So it's not the best place to look at volume unless you're looking at it relative to other volume. In reality, Bitcoin's trading volume is probably between $300 to $500 million right now, which is quite low, but I do expect that to rise. If we scroll down here, we can also see Bitcoin futures volume, which is currently sitting around $64 million on CME Group, and that is probably about to be matched by Bakkt over the coming months. So at the end of the day, guys, I want you to realize one very important thing. Bakkt did just launch. Bitcoin barely moved, although it might today. Bakkt did launch last night, and normally big price action happens during the trading day for North America, so we may see something happen later on today. But do not for a second be fooled into thinking that just because Bitcoin did not have a major move in reaction to Bakkt actually launching, this is only the second time that futures have ever launched for Bitcoin. This is the first time that a physically backed Bitcoin futures product has ever been launched. It's one of the only times that Bitcoin has ever had some kind of well-regulated exchange. The only other time was CME Group, and that's a derivative, so we can't base future products off of it because it's already a derivative. And guys, most importantly, I don't see a whole lot of people talking about this, but I'm going to say it. Bakkt is a futures market, and it is a well-regulated Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange, most namely Bitcoin for now. But what that means is that in the future, we've been wanting a Bitcoin ETF for a long time. time, we may be able to see one built on top of Bakkt's price action, or we might be able to see some kind of other well-regulated market built alongside Bakkt that is not a futures market, and we could have a Bitcoin ETF built on top of that. For the first time in human history, guys, Bitcoin is being traded on Wall Street. No longer is Bitcoin some random currency that people use to buy weed on the dark web. It's no longer some currency that people use to commit criminal activity. Now it is well regulated. From this day forward, Bitcoin is real, Bitcoin is legitimate, and anyone who says otherwise can go and talk to one of the largest exchanges on planet Earth, the New York Stock Exchange, and the company that owns them, ICE. This is probably the biggest win for credibility and legitimacy that Bitcoin has ever seen in its entire history, and I don't stutter when I say that because it's true to every word. Guys, this is a big deal. Even if it doesn't have that much of an impact on price action right now, this has just changed things in a big way, and we're going to keep talking about it here. So if you guys did enjoy today's video and you are looking forward to seeing what this is going to do to Bitcoin over the coming years, smash that like button, because if you smash the like button, Bitcoin will rally. That's just the way this works, guys. I'll go and tell my whales in the other room to go ahead and buy a bunch of Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin will moon, and everything will be good. So make sure you hit that like button. Also, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have a very long day ahead of me because I have about 10 hours of footage from when we were out in the Nevada desert in front of the gate at Area 51. My face is all over national television right now, but you guys don't have a face reveal yet, so you don't know who it is. You guys will be getting a video on that and a face reveal in a couple of days as I work on this video. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I do really want to thank each and every single one of you for watching and staying patient with me while I was gone as always. So like I said, I do want to thank each and every single one of you for watching as always, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.